All right, it's Thursday. So this is about root cause analysis, which is part of the coaching and EFT things that I do. Um, so when we have a conflict internally in our energy, so you want something, but there's resistance because of another reason. So there's the energy isn't flowing properly. And that can happen and show up in the body. The most common theme one that I come across with reflexology and fertility clients is ovarian cysts. I would say about 80% of the time there is some kind of conflict with the partner, with the client and their partner. So there is some kind of verbal abuse, or there's some kind of like argument going on, or a disagreement. And it shows up in the form of a cyst, and it's recurring if they don't deal with their relationship issue. Sexual argument. The ovaries are also connected with loss. So there's a loss conflict that's not been dealt with, especially again when it comes to miscarriages. And again, it's just like this cycle that they can get out of with or my help, but it's very much if you don't process the grief efficiently, it shows up again. And if you're ruminating on the loss, it shows up again in the ovaries. Everybody's different, but that is the kind of common theme. Again, fibroids, they have a conflict theme where you want a baby, but there's part of you that doesn't. So it's very unconscious. A lot of these things are very kind of like not in the conscious plane at all. But when we start doing tapping and EFT, it's very much kind of comes to the surface. I think in China there was that one baby rule, and the fibroid cases like increased massively. And so yes, you might want a baby, but you're not allowed to. So your body's basically growing something else. There's a creative center that you want to create, but you can't. Real deep conflict theme in showing up in the body. Pelvic floor, it is from the emotional component. It's showing up as the strength and the value. It's like the foundation of the family unit. The uterus is the home, the foundations of that is the pelvic floor. So you guys are strong mom is the glue of the family, and it's just so important. Other conflict themes can be the skin, so loss of touch, very much connected with the skin. So if there's an emotional kind of like loss of touch within the baby and the mother, and they've stopped breastfeeding, for example, sometimes I know it's from teething as well, but if there is rashing on the face, that can be the baby's reaction just to having not that skin to skin contact anymore when their face is just like super close. Loss of touch comes up also in that kind of like empty nesting phase, but comes up in different ways in different women. I had somebody with like a real hip issue, and we got to the core issue was that her daughter had left to go to Australia for a year. That was her, 18, whatever, gone traveling, and she had massive fears that she was basically never going to come back. And we worked on it, and we tapped on that grief, that fear, the sadness. The hip literally disappeared in that. The hip pain disappeared in that session. So yeah, loads of different things. It's amazing what we hold in the body. It's all unconscious most of the time.